Woo! We are here.
Happy Friday, Beanie Babies. My name is Pale Hands McClanahan, and this is my partner, Sir Dinglebop. And today we're going to be covering holiday myths.
Yeah.
He's just oblivious. He's not awake yet.
Nope, not awake yet.
Wake up, pumpkin.
That's why I got my coffee.
Wake and your Farters Day mug. Show him your Happy Farters Day mug. And today, I am the world's okayest Etsy coach. And I bought this mug on Etsy, and I wish I could remember the shop. It wasn't an alpha. I'll have to check my history in case any of you are world's okayest coaches and you want to get your own world's okayest coach mug. All right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about some really common holiday myths that I've seen floating around the Etsy forums, which is a toxic place, in my opinion. If you've ever been in there and poked around, there's a lots of misinformation in there. A lot of the times there are Etsy admins, support members in there kind of helping, but most of the time it's just sellers left to their own devices, just coming up with their own weird theories and things. And a lot of the times the advice that they give can get you in big trouble. I've seen, all kinds of bad advice about copyright and taxes and things like that. So that's actually why I first created the Handmade Alpha Facebook community. It's been like 4 years now, I think, something like that. Long ago. You okay? You're like,
yeah, it looks a little laggy. Does the video look a little laggy to anybody else?
Let us know. Let
me know, and I can figure it out.
But yeah, Etsy forums, lots of bickering, not a lot of desire to help each other. It just kind of feels like, I don't know, like everybody hates each other in the forums. But that's why we have the Handmade Alpha Facebook community, which is linked down below, where we all love each other and act like a pack. And if there are any meanies, we just boot them out anyway, right? So, let's see. Well, who's hanging out with us? I haven't even paid any attention. Wonderful world of stuff. Wonderful world of stuff.
I like stuff.
I like stuff. We have too much stuff. What kind of stuff do you have?
Yeah,
a whole world of it. Hello from Germany. Hello. Lots of alphas in the UK. Good morning from Deb. Good morning, Deb. Good morning. Still waking up here. Got a plain old bland coffee mug. Aw, a lot of our mugs are boring. We have too many mugs. If we have to stack mugs on top of mugs to get all of our mugs to fit, and then I still buy more mugs. And they don't match. It's just random fun mugs. Not lagging here in the UK. Looks good. Not lagging. Okay. It looks like everything's fine. Handmade Alpha is the only Facebook community I am in. I couldn't handle the others. Yeah, especially the ones that are just people constantly like posting their products nonstop, and you try to ask a question and then you just get buried by buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. We did a video on that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the video running a little bit behind and it's looking a little bit choppy. That's not on our end because everything's running fine in our software. So that's YouTube's problem.
They all said it's fine. They all said it looks good.
No, we're not doing anything where they have to see
screen shares or anything. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's get into the myths because I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions. We only have like 4 weeks until Black Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 4 weeks until Black Friday. If you guys are new to my channel, you should definitely check out some of my Black Friday prep videos because you should be preparing right now. In fact, we're running a little bit late on the preparations if you haven't started already. Make sure that you're getting things like your sales and stuff scheduled. And if you need help with that, grab my Black Friday toolkit down below because that's got cheat sheets and checklists and graphics packs that you can use for marketing and I think 30 different phrases that you can use for your Black Friday sales if you're having trouble coming up with things that are catchy, and marketing calendars with all the key marketing dates. Lots of good stuff down there. Totally free. It's down below. Look for the little toolbox emoji. So let's go ahead. Here, I'll pop out the chat so you can keep an eye on it.
Thank you.
Put that chat. Oh, I broke it. Oh,
Just let me have it.
I broke it again.
Holy crap, you broke the whole thing. What
I
did
broke
you do?
everything. I didn't do anything right. That's why they call me Pale Hands McClanahan.
Mm-hmm.
And what were you, Dinglebot McGee?
I don't know, something like that.
Dinglebot McGee and Pale Hands McClanahan. All right. So while he's fixing the doodlebop over there, let's talk about my very organized list of holiday SEO myths that are on my phone saved in a note, because that's how we roll here. So the first myth is one that I actually saw yesterday when I was doing the eRank live stream. If you're not a member of the eRank group, just go to Facebook and type in eRank group, and I stream there on Thursdays with Pam Duffy, who also streams on Sundays on her own YouTube channel if you're interested in subscribing to her. But we had a question where someone had asked, or they had said, it's too late to add products to my shop in time for Black Friday. Now, obviously, it's not too late. You could add products at any time. But what they meant was that it's too late for Etsy to actually pick you up in search. Now, we don't have a definite amount of time that it takes for Etsy to pick you up in search. I noticed that when I listed my most recent products in October, and I was checking eRank's rank checker, which will show where you would fall organically if personalization was not applied to a shopper's results, it took over a week, I think 2 weeks, for my products to actually register in the rank checker, which is a good indication that they weren't being picked up very much. But Pam tested it not that long ago, a bit more recently, and she was picked up within the first few hours. So I don't know if it was due to Etsy testing, if Etsy just works in mysterious ways. Really, they haven't given an answer as to how long it takes. They say a few days to a few weeks. So that's completely open to interpretation. So what sellers are concerned about is if they list products now, will they be found in search by Black Friday? And the answer is maybe or maybe not. Obviously, you need to do good keyword research, look at what shoppers have been searching for when it comes to holiday products and holiday shopping themes. You could go into eRank's Trend Buzz report, head back over to the search results from November of 2019 to see what they were buying around this time last year, and that's a good indication of what they're going to be buying around, Black Friday. But if you're worried that you're not going to be found in search, also consider that if you've got products that are already performing in search and somebody clicks on, maybe you've got a bracelet that you listed 4 months ago and it's performing on page 2 of the search term, I don't know, silver bracelet gift. And somebody goes and clicks on that bracelet, and then they go to your actual storefront to see what else you have. They might see products that have not been getting cataloged in search or that haven't built enough of a listing quality score to be on those top pages of search. I know that when I go to an Etsy shop and I add something to my cart, I always want to go back to their storefront and look around and see if they have anything else that I like, or if what I picked out is the best product that they have, maybe they have something that I'll like even more. And I assume that you guys probably do the same thing. So no matter what, I think that right now is the time to get listed. Anything that you have laying around, it might be a little too late to do a really good collection launch like what we talk about. That's okay. Just get products out. It's better to sell them. It's better to start moving those products and make that money. And then you can save those, elaborate marketed collection launches for later. But just get your stuff listed, because we have noticed a little slowdown in sales. I think it's because people haven't quite started, their holiday shopping. We're kind of starting to ramp up. I'm getting more sales than usual. But it's not a big boom like what we're going to see on Black Friday. So we still have a little bit of time to prepare. Get your products listed. Any questions before we get on to the next one?
Two. First one was, what up? I mean, you see it. It's right here. Luminaria asked, is he purring? When he's on me, he's always purring.
He's a happy
He doesn't
boy.
stop.
He's always a happy boy. Always happy. All right.
Other than that, I think you're good to move on.
Okay, let's move on to number 2. Using the Christmas attribute will drive more holiday shoppers. Now, what I mean by the Christmas...
They won't be able to hear it.
That's our little robot.
This mic isn't as sensitive as the webcam mic.
Okay. Using the Christmas attribute. What I mean by Christmas attribute is when you are listing your product and you've got all those little options, those little drop-down menus, like what's the primary color? What's the secondary color? What's the occasion? What's the holiday? And you select Christmas for a product. You're not telling Etsy that you want to advertise this in, like, you know, for Christmas shoppers. What you're telling Etsy is, oh, this is a Christmas item. This is a Santa Claus shirt. This is a Christmas ornament. What you don't want to do is list all of your products under a Christmas category when they're not Christmas themed, because you're incorrectly categorizing that product. And if someone isn't specifically searching for a Christmassy item, you know, they might not want your product. You're not getting closer to people who actually want to buy. So you want to make sure that you're being as specific as possible when it comes to your attributes, but don't add attributes that don't apply to your product. A Christmas attribute is not something that you add because you're trying to get sales for Christmas. It's something that you add to a product that is Christmas themed, okay? So
we did have 2 questions.
Not about the cat?
Not about the cat, surprisingly. Who wouldn't want to know about bubblers? He's in a perfect position, too. He loves watching that little robot flip around. I'd planned on launching a new collection for November and marketing it for 3 months through the holidays, but should I wait until after Christmas?
No.
I don't see any particular why you should wait.
Yeah, why wait? You're about to see the biggest rush of the year.
I mean, if you're not planning on, like, holding a sale or something, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean,
but at the same time, like,
you still going to see traffic even if you don't hold a sale. So
yeah, more people are shopping around the holidays. It's a good time for exposure, even if you're not doing a sale. Michelle, does changing your prices affect your search rank?
No.
No.
Prices have nothing to do with search rank. Thumbnails have nothing to do with search rank. Descriptions have nothing to do with search rank. What they do, or what what your prices and thumbnails could do is influence the people who buy your product. It could influence how many people click on your product, and it could influence whether or not they make that purchase once they're there. And then the purchases of those products will help build a positive listing quality score, and the positive listing quality score is what will affect your search ranking. So indirectly, will changing your prices affect it? No, it's not going to be an instant thing. But if you get more sales because you changed your prices, that will increase your listing quality score. And yeah, and same goes for, you know, lowering prices, increasing prices. I am definitely not one to go and increase my prices just to hold a sale and then decrease them back. I would recommend, if you're going to up your prices for any reason, keep them there for the holidays, or keep them there, you know, not just for the holidays. Sorry, got tongue-tied there. Keep them raised forever. Like, this should be a permanent change. If you've needed to decrease your prices, I would recommend that you hold a sale for the holidays instead of decreasing your prices, because the perceived value of the product is still going to be whatever the price was before the sale. That's like if you guys go and you buy an expensive, I don't know, what's an expensive purse? Coach purse. Those are expensive, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Neither of us care about purses, so.
I would assume you don't care about purses.
You never know.
His man purse.
She doesn't know what I do when she's not around.
That's true. So you go to buy like a $4,000 Coach purse. We're all rich in this universe, and you know, you get it on sale for $100 somehow miraculously. You're going to tell all your friends, look at my $4,000 purse, right? You're going to still value it as a $4,000 purse. You're not going to say, oh, look at my $100 purse. You're going to say, look at my $4,000 purse that I just happened to get for $100. So you might not even tell them that. I wouldn't tell them that if I was like carrying something expensive, like, look at my designer $4,000 purse.
I don't know. I'm a big guy. I'm not afraid to say what I carry in public, so it's fine.
Look at my designer man purse.
Lucky.
What do we have now?
All right. Claudia, I'm struggling to find the right price for my products, especially now close to Black Friday and Christmas. Is it a bad idea to frequently change the price according to the changing demand?
I wouldn't do that because
I wouldn't do that.
Your return customers, 80% of your sales should come from 20% of your market. Most of your sales should be eventually coming from repeat buyers unless you're like in the wedding industry. And if they come to your shop and notice that the thing that they bought last week is now insanely higher price or insanely lower price and you keep changing that, they're not going to want to buy from you. Price your products and leave them be. And if you need to change it, change your prices infrequently. But don't continuously change your prices.
All right, this one's kind of a complicated one. Wahida, does shop owner name deter people from purchasing from you?
Shop owner name?
Yeah. In most cases, no. And honestly, with the demographic on Etsy, you're probably not going to have any problems. The standard shopper on Etsy isn't going to judge you based on your name. And most people aren't even going to look at your name to begin with.
Yeah, guys, type in the chat. Does a shop owner name ever in any scenario deter you from
I can
buying?
understand with your particular name, with your last name being Hussein. I can understand
being afraid
of that. And with shoppers in the United States, there might be one or two that are deterred from it, but you're selling on Etsy, you're not in politics or something like that.
Right.
So, no, I don't think you have to worry about that kind of prejudice here. Seriously. I mean, I think it'll be okay.
Right. And I think never, no.
Yeah, the whole, we're in the United States, it still exists, but the whole association with that name has kind of died off, especially since the people that would have been thrown off by that name are not shopping on Etsy for the most part, and the people that wouldn't have known about that name are now the ones that are going to be shopping in like the early in their early 20s. So
leftover hippie said it depends. If it's I love Nazis, then yes. Okay,
yeah, that would make a big difference. You just demonetized this video for sure.
I said it really fast.
It doesn't matter. YouTube catches it.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
sell on
real.
Etsy for real. And if you're that afraid of it, get your own website.
Well, you've just got like a huge collection of alphas who are, I assume, Etsy shoppers as well as sellers, and none of them would ever.
I'd say not to put it in your shop name unless the product has something to do with your name.
Yeah, it's up to you. You could even just do first name if it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, just put your first name, because your first name, nobody's going to be able to. I'm going to tell you from a perspective of somebody who knows these names. Nobody's going to be able to tell where that first name comes from. So you're good.
What we got?
Tien, hi. I just started my shop about 2 months ago. I have no email list, so what should be best to do for Black Friday sale?
If you don't have an audience at all, it might be a good idea to get on Etsy's site-wide sale. We talked about this last week during the Friday Bean. Or no, I'm sorry, last week was Halloween. The week before last on the Friday Bean, where I said we talked about whether or not you should do a double dip if you have an email list, or whether or not you should participate in Etsy's site-wide sale. I would recommend, if you have no audience at all, participate in Etsy's site-wide sale, because you're going to be cast into a big pond of a lot of people who are shopping. They're just not going to be loyal to you. A double dip sale is when you treat people who are loyal to you and they are already on your email list. So I would say that. And I would go back and watch that episode. I think it's called Big Money, Make Big Money on Black Friday, something like that. There's a picture of a coffee mug dipping a cookie on the thumbnail.
I can't listen to people say big money and not just immediately think of that YouTuber. Poetic Coffee. I heard about Etsy wanting ships to be made on sale from 2 November through 2 December. Is that true?
Shops. They are offering... They don't want all sellers. It's an optional thing. Etsy always holds these little optional sales. Participate in our optional Labor Day sale. Participate in this sale, that sale. They don't want you. I mean, yeah, they do want you to, because they're going to make money off of it. You don't have to. You're not going to be penalized for not doing it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm not doing it, and I'm going to do just fine on Black Friday. We are going to do...
I don't know. I'm not even worried about it.
Did,
Elaine.
wake up.
I am awake.
You are out
I'm look at all this stuff I'm having to read. There's so many comments. There's like 200 people in here.
Everyone type in chat, Mark, drink your coffee. Mark, drink your coffee. Mark, drink your coffee. Mark. Not that loud. This isn't an ASMR video. Oh. There's going to be so many people mad about that.
Hit me up if you cringed. Elaine, I saw a video saying Etsy sellers should double their prices now so they can do a 50% off Black Friday. Didn't you say that's illegal? No, it's not. It's not illegal. It's just a really crappy business practice.
Yeah. So.
Nobody does that in the real world. Don't do anything you don't see real businesses doing. You don't see Best Buy doubling the prices of TVs so they can make them half off. Nobody does that.
Yeah. And whoever made, I'm assuming it wasn't an Etsy official video, whoever made that video, I wouldn't follow somebody who said something like that. That's just me, though. I don't know who said it, but that's some really sketchy.
Yeah, that's somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about.
This is another call out to everybody who's watching this live. Type in the chat if you would be mad if somebody raised their prices just so they could discount by 50%. Let me know how you guys would feel about that if like somebody that you really liked as a seller did that.
Yeah, that's just in general. Like we say this a lot. We don't do a lot of things that a lot of other business coaches do, and at the same time, we don't do a lot of things that other Etsy shops do. So lead by example.
Yeah, if it feels gross, it's probably gross.
Yeah.
David,
does Etsy titles affect your SEO too? I've always wondered about this.
Etsy titles are like half of your SEO.
Like most of the SEO.
Yeah. Tags and titles, those are the two things. SEO is search engine optimization. When you search engine optimize a listing, you're putting keywords in your tags and titles that shoppers are searching for. So you want to make sure that you're using a tool like erank.com, which I'm head of marketing and PR.
Oh, and I just got hired at eRank too. Hey there, I am the new data analyst at erank.com.
He is. Now he has to say disclaimers.
No, I don't.
That's
because I'm a data analyst. I don't have anything to do with the website itself.
That's true. We don't get paid to promote eRank, but we do work for you.
I get to see what y'all are up to. Not really.
Not individual users.
Not individually.
The grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so make sure that you're using something like eRank to actually see how many monthly searches the keywords that you're adding to your tags and titles are receiving, and use high quality, high converting keywords in your tags and titles.
All right.
Should I go ahead and go on to the next point?
No.
Because I've got lots.
Yeah, so do we.
All right, well, I'll go on to the next one and you find questions. All right, the next item is... putting Black Friday, the term Black Friday, into your tags and titles on Black Friday can help you make sales. No. Here's why. On Black Friday morning, if you sit there and you take all your listings that are doing really, really well and you put Black Friday into your tags and titles, for one, you've probably had to remove some keywords from your tags and titles to get it to fit. For two, you've messed with your tags and titles of products that might be selling well. You never mess with your tags and titles on products that are selling well, especially on Black Friday, because if you pull one leg out from under the table, the whole table could fall. We had an alpha not too long ago who changed all of her tags and titles at once and ended up tanking her shop. You can, you absolutely can, but I highly recommend that you don't touch the SEO on products that are selling well.
No.
Not to mention, if Etsy says it takes a few days to a few weeks to be cataloged in search for the search terms that you put in your tags and titles, you don't have a few days or a few weeks if you put them all into your listings on Black Friday. You don't have enough time. Sitting and doing that the day of a sale is not a good strategy. Not to mention, people who are typing Black Friday into their Etsy search don't know what they want, and they're very unlikely to buy. It's the people who are using very specific search terms like silver and amethyst gemstone necklace who know exactly what they're going to buy, And these are high converting customers. These are the customers who are going to have the highest conversion rates, the customers who are searching with long tail keywords. So Black Friday, very broad, not going to convert very well, not going to have a lot of time to actually be registered in Etsy search. High converting keywords, long tail keywords, keywords that are very specific to the type of product that you are trying to sell are going to convert a lot better. So, next.
Next set of questions. Kira Quinn, question: if our listings are somewhat selling a bit, but we found potentially better / less competitive keywords, should we risk trying to optimize the listing or wait until after the rush?
No.
I mean, I guess really it depends on what your definition of selling a bit is. If you've had like 1 or 2 sales and it's been listed a long time, that's a little bit different than like it sells a couple times a week.
I wouldn't touch it.
So I would probably leave it alone. If it's sold more than a few times, I would leave it alone.
You're not going to have enough. You're probably, I'm not going to say that you won't, but you probably won't have time to be found in search. Etsy's not going to have a lot of time to really register those new keywords.
If you put a lot of goofy stuff in the title, not goofy, but a lot of things in there that you don't think are necessarily the thing that's probably driving traffic, like if it's something totally unrelated to the product, that's the only time I think I would change it.
If it's selling, I wouldn't change it.
Yeah. Listen to her. She's better at this crap than I am.
I wouldn't touch it if it's selling.
Michelle, I changed my titles and tags to include the word Christmas or Christmas gift for her about a week ago. Did I screw myself?
No. Putting Christmas gift in your tags and titles, that's not a big deal. In fact, I've got a couple listings that have Christmas gift. Now, the fact that you're kind of going around and tinkering with tags and titles really close to the holidays, I would keep an eye on those listings. You could probably check for some of your keywords in eRank's rank checker if you're curious as to where they would fall in Etsy search without personalization applied. I don't think that you've screwed yourself. I would just say, if at all possible, avoid changing your tags and titles before the holidays for listings that are selling.
Got a lot of thanks for my name thing here. And Erica said, with names, I use online nickname, not my real name. She's a teacher and don't want her kids' parents to find out as much as possible. Yeah, with this whole Etsy teaching stuff, we want to be as inclusive as possible. It's not 1864. If you want to be exclusive from other people, you have no place in this kind of business.
Absolutely. Mark, drink your coffee. His name is spelled with a C, guys. Mark. Mark, not Mark.
Tien. Mark. Thank you. One more question. Any tip on how to start an email list if I just sell on Etsy?
We teach email list setup in Handmade Alpha Academy. The reason that we do not teach it to the public is because there are a lot of laws associated with building an email list. Laws that, if broken, could get you guys fined for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we do not want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, except within our nice, closed Handmade Alpha Academy environment where our students can message us personally.
And can't sue us if you screw it up.
Right. So Handmade Alpha Academy is opening December 1st. There's a waiting list link down below. Signing up for that doesn't obligate you to buy, but it's going to get you a discount. But if you don't want to buy Handmade Alpha Academy, you don't want to enroll, we use MailChimp for our email lists. They have tons of in-house videos, tutorials, and I believe they have a YouTube channel that will teach you a lot. There are a lot of other people who are willing to cover email lists and email list marketing and how to set up your email list. I just don't want to risk that. Just like we don't touch information about taxes unless we have a tax professional on the channel talking about it. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, MailChimp, write it down. There you go.
Wahida asked another question. I have lots of favorites, but no sales. What's up with that?
What is up?
So when it comes to stuff or to questions that are what's going on in my shop when it comes to your sales, and this goes for everyone, we don't know. Because it could be any number of different things. It could be the products themselves. It could be the photos. It could be the wording that you're using. It could be the way, just your shop presentation. Everything attributes down to that sale.
Yeah.
So when it comes to what's wrong with my particular shop, most of the time we can't answer that question without doing a deep dive. So.
Yeah. So, favorites don't. I always have a lot of people who say things like, "Oh, I have so many favorites and no one's buying. What should I do?" Well, a lot of the times people are favoriting your items just because they like them and they don't plan to buy them. It's almost like, and same with adding things to cart.
Yes.
I add a lot of things to my cart that I never plan to buy just because I want it like categorized above my favorites. I have like my favorites, and then I've got things that I'm highly considering buying, and I put those in my cart, but I might not buy them. That's just kind of how people are. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just give it a little bit of time. The holidays are almost here. And if you want some alphas to look at your shop, down below is the Handmade Alpha Facebook community. Post your shop link in the Facebook community and ask for a shop critique and see if some alphas could help you out.
If I set a whole shop Black Friday sale of 10%, but send a 15% coupon code, interested customers, would the coupon override the 10%? If you're doing the sale through Etsy and you put the coupon code through Etsy, then yes, the coupon code will override the sale. You cannot double dip on Etsy without using an external tool.
Yeah, whatever the bigger discount is what they'll get.
Yeah.
To do a double dip, like what we talk about, I've got a video for the Black Friday toolbox. If you want them to stack, that is a really great strategy. It's a really good psychological trigger.
We do it every year.
Yeah, it's a great way to treat your email list. You don't even have to offer like 2 giant discounts. You could do 2 small discounts, but just the fact that they can stack them, it's psychologically pleasing. So down below, Black Friday toolbox, there's a video included on how to double dip. And then 2 Fridays ago, last Friday was our Halloween episode. Friday before that, though, I set up my double dip sale live using the external app that we talked about, Etsy on Sale, which will teach you how to set that up.
If we only participate on Etsy's site-wide sale, should we do marketing for that sale?
Absolutely. Yeah. Always do marketing. There is never a time of year when you should not do marketing. You should be marketing all the time, always. Look at big brands. Coca-Cola doesn't stop marketing. Who else? Who am I thinking?
Everyone.
Nike. Nike doesn't stop marketing. Everybody markets. Continue marketing.
I'd be mad. But people talking about the bait and switch marketing.
Oh, changing the sale price.
I'd be turned off and probably never shop with that shop again. Yeah, I'm the same way with a lot of companies. A lot of you guys know that I don't like Apple, and it's because they treat their customers like crap. So, yeah.
All right, give me gingers, and then we will go. We'll read our next point.
Don't tell me what to do.
I will tell you what to do,
Ginger.
mister.
I really want to sell this holiday season, but I don't think I'll be ready way before Black Friday. Would releasing on that weekend be bad?
No.
Not necessarily, no.
No. Are you planning on hosting a sale? You won't be able to, if you are hosting a sale, you won't be able to get any full price sales of those products before. It's really just personal preference. I don't see anything wrong with it, especially if you advertise it. So. All right, let me go ahead and read our next point here. Let me see. Okay, you have to have a Black Friday sale to make money during Cyber Week, which Cyber Week is Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. Some sellers think that you have to host a sale to make money. That's not true. Etsy's going to see more traffic around Black Friday in particular. I know that they try to say that Cyber Monday is the day for online sales, but Black Friday is still significantly bigger. Even if you're not holding a sale, there are more people on Etsy shopping. There is more traffic going to Etsy. There are more shoppers typing keywords into their searches, and they're not just looking for products that have like the on sale thing. They are just shopping because the traffic is there. Even if you don't want to have a sale for Black Friday, you should still prepare your shop for Black Friday with the knowledge that there's going to be more traffic on Etsy on Black Friday than any other time of year. So, yes, you can still make sales even if you aren't having a sale.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Mallory said, I didn't know until HA that titles were just as important as tags.
Yes.
All this and more
All
on
this
December 1st.
and more.
Along with the Black Friday title question, when you prefix through Etsy on sale, does Etsy see that as a title change?
Yes, and this is the first year that I won't be adding the prefix to my title. And Etsy's search has kind of evolved. It changes a little bit, and it used to not make a huge difference. I still saw lots of sales when I'd done it in previous years, adding the Black Friday prefix. I'm not doing it this year. I would like to see what my results are going to be like, because it is a change to your title. And not to mention, it's going to cut off whatever my last keywords are on my title. It's going to chop those off to make the characters fit. So it's up to you if you want to test it. I'm not doing it this year. I would like to see what my results are if my titles go unchanged.
Gabby. Does it take 3 weeks for the keywords to start working at all, or do you mean it's that how long it takes for it to sit in a permanent spot in search rankings? The permanent spot isn't really a thing.
Yeah, so Etsy says, and 3 weeks is not, it's not 3 weeks. It is, Etsy says, a few days to a few weeks. We say,
30 to 60 to 90 days.
Yeah, 60 to 90 days for your permanent location after the boost. When you first list the product, Etsy basically says that they give it a small boost in search to allow people to engage with that listing so that they can assess how people engage with the listing. And if people positively engage with that listing by clicking it, buying it, and leaving reviews, you can bump up higher in search or stay high in search. And if people don't buy the listing, they click off of it after clicking on it, you have a high bounce rate, then that listing can fall down in search. So it takes 60 to 90 days or a few days to a few weeks for all of this to take place. For the boost to go through, for Etsy to experiment with that boost, for people to engage with the listing, for Etsy to assess how those people engage with the listing, and then for Etsy to decide where in search you should be, not permanently, but the position that you should, be in for the most part, subject to change slightly.
Yeah.
And that's just going to change depending on if you can maintain your listing quality score by continuing to sell that listing and continuing to get reviews. So short answer is we don't freaking know. Etsy doesn't tell us, but
it's data propagation. Anytime you make changes to data, it's going to take time for the system to do something with it. It's not a person sitting at Etsy looking at every listing and picking its place in a thing. It's AI. It's not AI because there's no such thing as real AI yet, but it's an algorithm that looks at every bit of data constantly being moved around on Etsy and favors certain things over other things. It'll connect the dots to different things, and it takes time for that to actually gather that data. That's why it won't, if anybody tells you that it's going to happen in 1 or 2 days, they're lying, because that's not how computers work. It takes time for data to build up, and every time you make a change, that data set is going to have to be looked at again. So it's going to take everything that it's already seen about that listing, and it's going to say, oh, all these variables changed to get rid of all the data that had to do with everything that they got rid of, and now we've got all this extra data, so now it's got to start pulling information from it. So it takes time. It takes 30 to 60 to 90 days for that to happen. Yes, it could happen faster, but that's really only if it's something that's so niche that there's a couple products that fall into that category, and you're going to be pretty few and far between with that.
Well, especially since so many people are going to be listing for the holidays.
Yeah, exactly. So unless you have a product that's just a bunch of gibberish that nobody's ever used before, it's going to take time.
So let me get through I've only got a few more. Let me get through those, and then
we have 30 or 40
that's
questions
fine.
already. So.
We're making good time. Okay, so the next one is you have to offer free shipping for the holidays to compete.
Nope.
No. Absolutely not. And despite the fact that Etsy had once said that they were going to prioritize products that offer free shipping in search, if you type anything into Etsy, the first page that you see is not going to just be products that ship free. So they've kind of went back on that, and I believe that it's because of all the outrage from shoppers like us who are basically saying, hey, Etsy, that's not fair. Some of our products can't ship free. So with that being said, if a shopper is specifically filtering by products that ship free, yeah, they're only going to see products that ship free. But I know that I don't personally just filter by products that ship free.
No, I've only done that a couple times in my life, and it
Yeah.
was usually on something that I was spending too much money on.
Something giant, like a piece of furniture. So
Yeah.
let us know in the comments if you filter only by items that ship free when you shop on Etsy.
We've done this prompt before. A lot of people do. It's about 50-50, but again, that's not going to be reflected, because the thing is if you can't afford to do free shipping, there's a very good chance that most of your competitors can't either. In your exact industry, there's a pretty good chance that your competitors aren't going to be able to afford free shipping either.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of that. Next.
Yeah. So don't worry about offering free shipping. You don't have to do it. It's not going to hurt your search ranking unless the person
Deb
is...
said I've turned off free shipping and I've had no slowdown in sales.
Yeah,
There you
absolutely.
go. It doesn't, for most people, it doesn't affect.
All right, next thing is you have to sell giftable products to make sales on Black Friday. Not true. Just as many people are shopping for themselves for Black Friday as they are for holiday gifts. We have bought we've bought like a vacuum and a TV on Black Friday. Anytime we need...
I shop a lot for myself. I usually spend about the same amount on myself that I do on her on Black Friday. I know that's selfish, but whatever.
We use it as a day to get the things that we need.
I'm a tech guy. That's the best time of year to buy tech.
Absolutely. I had an alpha who sells wedding products who said, that they're obviously not having, their wedding right now for around Black Friday. I said, yeah, but if they know that Black Friday is a great day for them to get all of their little table decorations and that they can get a deal and they have a spring wedding, don't you think that they're going to buy all those products on the day when they know that they can get them cheaper? It doesn't matter, and it's one of those things where it's like a low-risk time investment. What's the worst that can happen if you run a Black Friday sale? Even if you don't make giftable products, just try it out. The worst thing that you can do is list things and, they don't sell on Black Friday, and then you just continue on. But no, products don't have to be giftable. We see rises in all niches on Black Friday.
There are more benefits to making sales on Etsy than just the money that you're making on those sales on Etsy. If you're looking at a sale and thinking, I don't want to lose out on all of this money doing a sale, you're kind of looking at it wrong, because if you're getting more sales, that's going to reflect in your sales number. That's a higher chance for you to get reviews.
Listing quality score.
At the end, what's more important, the money in the here and now, or the success of the future of the shop? The growth, the overall growth of the shop is going to net you more money in the long run. So the more you're able to do things for your customers, the more your customers are going to look at you and say, oh, I want to buy products from you because you're nice to me. You did a great sale for Black Friday. We're not telling you to go in the red. If you legit can't afford to do a sale, we understand it. But we also understand that there's very, very few industries where people can't afford to do a sale. If you do especially if you're digital, I mean, there's no reason not to. Excuse me.
All right.
Continue.
So the very last one, and then we'll get to all of your many questions, is if I don't make sales on Black Friday, it means that my products are no good. It's inevitable. Every year we have lots of alphas who do fantastic. They prepped early. They downloaded my Black Friday survival guide, which is included in the Black Friday toolbox, which is free down below. Resources, no reason not to get them. They're down there. But we have alphas who do everything right and they get, great sales. And then we have alphas who post in the group and they say that they didn't get any sales, or they look at all these alphas who made, like $6,000 on Black Friday and they're really bummed out. It doesn't mean that you have a bad product. My first Black Friday sale, I can't even remember it, but it probably didn't go very well, right?
I don't know.
You didn't have to help me pack it.
Nope.
It didn't take us like a week to pack it. So, everything's a slow climb when it comes to business.
Yes.
It's going to take time, and it doesn't mean that your products suck or that no one wants them. You were probably just drowned out by the sellers who either had better photos or better SEO, or who had been established longer, or who had bigger followings. And you'll get there. It's rolling a snowball. It's going to start out really tiny, but the more that you roll over time, the bigger it's going to get. So it's really just more, if you don't make sales, you need to take away whatever lessons that you learned from that period so that you can apply it to next year. The only person that you should be competing with is yourself and the person that you were last year. So I think that our goal should all be to make more sales than we did the previous year. And don't compare yourself to anybody, okay? So don't give up. If you don't do well on Black Friday, if you haven't started preparing and you're procrastinating, make it a point to start this weekend. You do need to start. You might think that 4 weeks is early, but it is not early.
It will fly by.
Yeah, I promise you, this is not early. The alphas who are like crazy worker bees started preparing in September for this. So you guys need to get prepared. Work on it this weekend. Get some cool marketing photos done. Get your sale planned out. Watch my double dip video. I've got lots of other Black Friday videos that you can watch. And on the 14th, 15th, if you sign up for the Black Friday Toolbox, there is going to be an invitation in there to our Black Friday Lifeline live stream that we're going to be holding on the 14th or 15th, I can't remember. And we're going to answer all of your last minute Black Friday questions so that you can make sure that you're ready. We're going to be here to help you. But you guys have to do a little bit of that work ahead of time. You need to start getting these things set up now.
Yep.
So, all right, we're
done.
We are done. We are ready for questions.
Oh, thank God, we have so many.
Your turn.
Nope. Question about titles and attributes. If in attributes I put the colors gold and black as primary and secondary colors, should I also put black and gold in the titles or tags?
You can put it in the title, but you don't need to put it in your tags. If you've got things in your attributes, color, occasion, yada yada, you do not have to repeat your attributes in your tags. Okay? You can put it in your title. You do not need to repeat your attributes in your tags because the items in your attributes are going to count as tags, kind of. But Etsy's going to register them like tags, so you don't need to repeat them. Etsy says we don't need to repeat them. I repeat my superstar keywords. Like,
you also repeat yourself.
He's
a lot.
Yeah, I got to drive it into... My whole job is repeating myself. That's literally answering the same questions over and over every year.
The Friday Bean. That's something a lot of people don't realize. A lot of the newer folks, we get the same questions every year, and we do it because we love you.
We do love you. We know that they're new sellers, and we answer with them with the same enthusiasm.
Yep.
Now, if I have to answer the same question 3 times during one stream...
We usually just tell people to go watch the replay. We used to answer the same question more than once. We don't anymore. If you ask a question... And again, some newer people, please don't post your questions more than once. If we haven't answered it, it's because we haven't gotten to it.
We'll get to them, we promise.
We will get to them, we promise.
What we got next?
Does updating the photos or description of bestsellers harm anything during this time?
No.
Nope.
Your photo, you want to make sure that the photo that you add, the thumbnail, is better because, you don't want people to just stop clicking it just because the photo got worse. I would recommend using erank.com's change tracker tool. Start tracking the listing. Track it for about 5 days. Make your changes and then see how those changes affect things like your views, favorites, and sales. Because things like your thumbnail photo, if you make those changes could drive more traffic or it could drive traffic away. But wouldn't you want to see it happening like on a day by day? Thank you. Thank you for blessing me.
I don't do that.
Make sure. Sorry, my allergies are really bad right now.
Both of our allergies are bad.
Yeah, I would track those changes. That way you can see kind of, not in real time, but daily, day by day, how those changes affect your views, favorites, and sales for your thumbnail.
Could you copy the listing and add the new keywords and just have it listed twice in your shop as long as it isn't one-of-a-kind items? Would that be smart?
Sure. If you want to, that's called A/B split testing. If you want to A/B split test, you absolutely can.
Yep.
Etsy doesn't have any rules against having the same item in your shop. You just can't list it in a separate shop. I wouldn't do it like with 100 different listings.
No.
But if you want to do one and see how it goes.
Yeah, because I could kind of see that as stuffing if you just like duplicated the same listing multiple times in an attempt. But if you're labeling them different, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping with your tips. They help me so much.
You are very welcome.
I made an SVG shop about 4 months ago, 100 sales, but I'm only getting an average of about 6 views per day. How can I increase this? Marketing, email lists, social media.
Check your SEO. Scroll back up. Let me see that.
No.
100 sales, but only getting an average of 6 views a day. 100 sales in 4 months is fantastic. If it's like you're panning for gold and you found a nugget of gold and you're upset because you didn't find more, and you're the only person who found gold.
And 6 views a day for a shop that's only been around 4 months, that's a hell of a lot more than a lot of people get.
Yeah.
In 4 months, so you're doing all right.
Yeah, I wouldn't stress too much about it. You just need to gain a little bit of traction. Keep listing products. Keep experimenting with keywords and new products, and start working on some social media presence. All right.
Let's see. One small question: the sale on Etsy sale just shows when opening the listing, right? It doesn't show the discount on the shop. Meaning, in every listing, they need to open the listing to see the sale.
For the sell on Etsy app?
The sell on Etsy app changes your
thumbnail
photo to say that there's a Black Friday. We have a video on this.
Yeah.
So go check that after the stream's over. Go check out the video.
Not last Friday's Friday Bean, but the one before that. The thumbnail is dipping a cookie in a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Go watch that video because it'll show it. Now you're sneezing. We're sneezies.
It happened. Somebody must have opened a door.
Sneezy McDeezy.
Please help. I just started using List Perfectly, and now I'm not getting any sales. Did I piss off the Etsy algorithm?
I don't know what List Perfectly is, but...
Never heard it. We don't use any listing building tools.
You might have. I don't know. I've never heard of it, so I can't really speak on it.
Aaron Flo, serious question. Are those gaming chairs comfortable? I always buy the big fake leather ones and they break every 3 years. Okay, so it's mixed reviews. I don't think I can even show this on screen. There's some things that are good about them and there's some things that suck about them.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of weight now, so it's a little bit of a different story. If I don't know you, so if you're heavier set, the answer is probably going to be no. There's not a whole lot of cushion in the butts of these things. You're going to have a sore butt over time. Another thing, if you don't have a desk that has a pull-out drawer for your keyboard and stuff, just be aware that your keyboard, if you're the kind of person that usually puts their keyboard up against their belly like this, which is a lot of people, believe it or not, you can't do that.
Yeah, you got to stretch out.
You actually have to, which is technically healthier for you to do, have it out here and do your wigglies. But no, I honestly. We buy these because they're not cheap, but they're cheap as a higher end chair. If you can, save up the money and spend good money on a good chair. What's the chair that I was looking at?
Oh, those are so expensive though.
$1,500. I can't remember the name of the brand. Anyway, we'll move on from this. But no, save up and get yourself a better chair. If you can't afford a better chair, these in the interim aren't bad. DX Racer is really nice if you like if she's had that for years.
It's and there is no wear and tear on mine whatsoever.
None whatsoever. But I'm a bigger guy, so the armrests have a tendency with the faux leather material to break apart.
His is Secret Lab though.
Mine is Secret Lab. Her is DX Racer. Secret Lab has more has better cotton materials and things, and these have the
faux leather.
It's not even faux leather. That's their PU leather.
Yeah.
It's PU leather. So, yeah.
All right.
But I have a DX Racer that's been sitting back here that I have had for 6 years, and there's nothing wrong with it. So, if you want something that'll last a long time, and the cushion is still exactly the same too. So.
Yeah.
Janelle, I signed up to E-Rank. I'm so glad I watched your video where you said the grade isn't the only measure. My bestseller is rated E. I have over 100 sold in 2 weeks. My items rated A. I haven't sold any. Yes.
Yeah. And
holy crap. Especially for you new guys, that is just based on Etsy's best practices. The grade is based on Etsy's best practices. It is not reflective of how your listing will perform in your shop.
Yeah, so don't go change your listings that are selling well just because you want to try to get an A grade. It's not school.
No. And the only reason that those are still in there is because people literally lose their minds
Yeah.
when you remove features that they think is something reflective of their shop.
Yep. Anthony's gotten rid of them before, and it literally caused so much pandemonium that we had to add them back.
Yes,
So.
even though they are not reflective of your actual performance in any way, shape, or form.
We're going to be making some changes to grades in the coming weeks, though, so
Yes.
look out for that.
Is offering a discount if 2 or more products are purchased work on Etsy. You can set product limits, right, for coupons?
Yeah, so you must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must buy at least X many products to use this coupon.
Yeah, I mean,
Does it take months to notice a change in the amount of visitors to your shop after uploading more listings and optimizing your SEO? My shop has been open for about 5 months. We already kind of answered this. 60 to 90 days
is the average.
is the average for changes. Unless you're super niche, that's about how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
There were some live streams of Etsy sellers saying the Etsy algorithm just got changed last week. Well, I want to know what their source was, because Etsy doesn't share their algorithm. So
Yeah, if you've got that video, I would be interested in seeing who said it. Etsy's changed quite a few things. They've changed a couple things with their. They did change something with their search, but it wasn't anything major that we had to worry about.
Algorithms are a big deal. That's why you only see companies like Google changing them every 5 to 10 years, because it's a lot of work. So saying they changed the algorithm is a very
They might have changed one tiny little itty bitty thing.
And it's probably something that's not good. It's, if anything, if they're making changes to their algorithm, all they're doing is optimizing it and making the process take less time. Or more time, depending on how they want it to run.
Yeah, if you've got a source, feel free to send it to us so we can take a peek.
Oh, we already kind of answered that. The Etsy on sale just shows the opening. Okay. I forgot she posted that question like 3 times. I'll have another look at the double dip. New to all this, my first year on Etsy. Well, welcome to Etsy, and
Welcome.
we wish you great success. Will the Etsy algorithm favor those in search who decide to participate on the site's Black Friday sale to those who only do their own sale on Black Friday?
Yeah, so if you're participating in Etsy's site-wide sale, you will be in their site-wide sale section, basically. They're not going to put you above in search because you've participated in their sale. It will only be for those who... They usually have a section that says explore our sales, and then you click that, and then it shows all the sellers who opted into that sale. But for people who are just doing standard keyword searches in Etsy, those sellers aren't going to perform above you because they're offering a sale. They'll just be in their own little sales section.
G. Morgan, from some Facebook group, I suddenly had several items, quote unquote, this is in X other people's carts. I don't know if that helped my listing's quality rating or not. It was kind of nice to see for a few days. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing that it's, I've got one listing that's in 20 people's carts. Like I said, some people just stick products in their cart to save them. I do it.
Dominic Grant.
Dominique, I think it's Dominique.
It could be Dominic as well. I was about to ask you that question. I watched a video where the person was saying that Etsy doesn't want you to have long titles, so I changed it because my sales were slowing down. Guess what? I have no sales now for days.
Yeah, so Etsy tells us that short descriptive titles are what they want. They're not telling you that because they perform better in search. They're telling you that because they're better for shoppers who don't like to see those long strings of keywords. But in terms of performance and optimizing for more keywords, the longer titles still perform better in every single test that I've done and every test that other alphas have done. It's completely up to you whether you want to use shorter titles, but shorter titles equals less keywords. And Etsy isn't penalizing anybody for using those long string style keyword titles. So it's just up to you what you want to do, but don't just go change all your titles to make them short, especially on products that are selling well, just because Etsy apparently says that they like it more when you have shorter titles, because performance-wise, it doesn't matter.
Crappy Crafter said, where's the best place I can send you a video? The live stream podcast earlier this week, they were talking about the new November algorithm. Starlet, handmadealphaacademy.com.
Yep.
Same place we email us stuff. So many people sending questions more than once.
She apologized.
It's fine. I've turned off free shipping, no slowdown on sales. I shut down free shipping and my sales tanked and I had to turn it back on again. But did your sales immediately return after turning it back on? Because there's not really a way to tell if that's specifically what caused your shop to tank in sales.
Yeah, all these
Unless
little...
your shipping is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, all these little scenarios, like one-off scenarios, you never know if it's something else. So,
Etsy on sale discount just shows when. We have a list of home, office, business items we're holding off on buying, waiting for Black Friday deals.
absolutely.
Yup. Thank you for the live stream. Very informative. I have a question regarding SEO. What's the best tool to see if your keywords are within the 13 are all working, which you should change? If you're just anything to do with Etsy SEO, erank.com.
erank.com. Search those keywords. Save a keyword list. If you have a basic or pro membership, you can take all the keywords that you're using in your listings and save them into a keyword list. And then every month when eRank gets new data, you can see month by month how those keywords are performing or how many people are actually searching for them. That way you don't have to go search for them again. It used to be that you had to go every month and type your keywords that you were using and check to see that they were still performing and that the trend hadn't dropped. But now with keyword lists, you can just save them all into one list and then go to that list once a month and make sure they're still doing well.
Does updating photos or description on current bestsellers harm anything during this time?
We already answered that.
Yeah, we sure did.
Guys, don't post the same question twice.
Well, yeah, a lot of you are posting questions like 4 or 5 times. I only warn once, so please stop, especially after I've answered the question and it gets posted again. That drives me nuts. Please don't make me delete you.
We love you.
We love you. But I get annoyed easy. If I add or remove a picture from a listing, does it change my listings algorithm?
All right, my listings algorithm, first of all, is not. That's not what it's called. It's your search placement. The algorithm is what reads it. An algorithm is like a big computer math problem that puts everything where it needs to be. Your search placement is not going to be affected by your photos or your descriptions. We've already said that once before. The things that are going to influence your search placement are your title, your tags, attributes that are the little drop-down menus that you have when you're filling out your category and the color and what's the occasion. Those things are what is going to affect your search ranking. But photos aren't going to affect your search ranking. They might affect how people interact with your listing because they don't want to click on a listing that has a bad photo, and that can affect your search ranking, but changing your photos won't mess up your search ranking. What are you laughing at?
We'll get to it later. Is it better to list the info in the title or choose from the drop downs like the holiday, color, which is seen more?
It's not about what's seen more.
I think it depends on the product, really.
If you you could double it up. Don't repeat it in your tags, but if you want to put some of the things from your attributes like sterling silver gemstone necklace, and then you select silver as one of the materials in your attributes, that's fine. You just wouldn't need to repeat silver down in your tags if you didn't want to.
If you're doing a product that has like 2 different variations where like one is red and one is green or something like that, and you didn't want to have them as the same listing, then make 2 separate listings and have the color in the title. Or if you have a product that has like 15 different colors, you could just make one and then use the drop downs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
Boop, 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 boop.
Erica, if you add an option to a listing and you need to change tags to add the new option, how would you recommend doing that? I make molds and have added a food safe option. I need to add food safe tags.
I mean, it sounds like something that you need to do. I would go ahead and add them or put it in your description or put it in your photos. Or if you aren't worried about potentially, dropping down and search for a minute, you could add them into your tags section. Just proceed carefully and maybe track using eRank's change tracker tool. That way you can see how messing with those tags affects your views, favorites, and sales. I would track for 5 days, make the changes, and then look at how those changes affect it.
What do you say about Etsy ads? Lots of things.
They're not doing real well right now.
No, they're not. A lot of people are turning them off.
Yeah, ad budgets. A lot of people are saying that their ad budget is getting eaten up within like 10 minutes of turning on their ads.
Yeah, What I say is set yourself a budget, something that's reasonable that you can afford. see how it performs over a period of time. It seems to be a little buggy right now, and I'm assuming that's probably something to do with bots. Same thing with YouTube ad revenue and advertising on Google. Google ads get eaten by bots constantly. So set yourself a budget, watch it. If your ad budget is just disappearing, I would probably kill it. If it's not, watch it over the course of probably a good 60 to 90 days and see if that makes a difference. The same as with making changes to your SEO. Watch it for 60 to 90 days, see how it performs. If it doesn't really seem to do anything, don't immediately discredit it because it might be something else that you're doing. Again, problems with shops aren't usually just one issue. Could be an issue with your photos, could be the product itself, it could be your SEO, it could be your shop presentation, it could be just any number of different things. But it never hurts to give something a shot, is what I always say. Will changing from free shipping to paid on a listing affect the SEO? Probably not.
No. Shipping, you're going to be put for people who are filtering by free shipping.
Ranking on the first page seems to have been replaced by ads. No, there's always been 4 ad products on the top page.
You get 4 ads, normal products, a couple more ads, normal products. It's always been like that. First page is not all ads.
Thank you for the live stream. Very informative. I have a question regarding SEO. What's the best tool to see if... Okay, you already asked that. Mark, what's your secret to losing weight? There is no secret to losing weight. Calories in versus calories out. You have to expend more calories than you're taking in. Biggest problem that people have from a perspective of a guy who went to school for exercise and nutritional science. Yes, that is what I went to school for.
And he trained under Mr. Olympia.
I did. I was on a professional bodybuilding team preparing for my first show until I got injured. Honestly, for most people, soda or pop, if you're from the Midwest like we are, is the biggest killer. People will drink 5 or 6 cans of pop, soda, Coke if you're from Florida.
It's like 120 calories for a Coke.
Yeah, and like 4 or 5 cans of pop, especially for a female. Yes, the amount of calories you eat is determined by the gender and size of your body.
Yep.
Is your entire day's worth of carbohydrates. So
it's like 45 grams of carbs for a pop. Somebody.
No. It's like 20 to 25. I think Mountain Dew is 30. I can't remember offhand. Anyway, regardless of that, start drinking diet pop. Most people,
or just don't drink pop.
Or just don't drink pop. Also, for women, the combination of fat and carbohydrates is big. Yeah. So if you eat a lot of pastas with creamy sauces or pizzas and cheese and things like that, that's probably one of the reasons that you're gaining weight.
Track your macronutrients, not your calories. Track your intake of carbs, fats, and proteins. Those 3 things are what you need to monitor because it's the combination of those used incorrectly that tend to be bad. If you want a good breakdown, I recommend using MyFitnessPal, where you can scan the barcodes of everything that you eat, and it will help you meet your macronutrient goals for the day. So carbs, fat, and protein are what you need to look at. You don't want to have too many carbs and too many fats. You want to make sure that you distribute it out. So, there we go.
Maybe I'll do a video on HA or something for like
business health. Sedentary life.
Yeah, sedentary life health, because I'm very sedentary as well, and I did get to a point where I was extremely big for my personal preference, and it doesn't take very long to lose weight. Keeping it off is harder than losing it. Yep. So, anyway. Blue Star said, I sit on a folding chair. I used to sit on a stool that my desk came with. Definitely get a chair like Starlet. Just get anything other than a folding chair,
that
man. You're gonna.
Your butt.
I imagine you're probably young. That's gonna catch up.
Yeah, don't do that.
Your back's gonna hurt after a few years. Love you guys so much. I'm so happy I found you guys. I subscribe now and slowly going back to see the old videos and learning. Thanks. And sorry, my English third language or so. Oh, dude, we don't care. Again, or like earlier in the stream, we're as inclusive as we possibly can. As long as you're not mad when we giggle if something is so out of whack that it's funny. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
We love you.
We do.
We have so many videos. If you're new here, go like spend the weekend binging. I've got so many Black Friday related videos to get you guys ready. So some of them are from last year and some of them from the year before that. And I think we were even making videos the year before that too.
I think we were. This channel didn't even start off as a channel for helping alphas. It started off for your jewelry.
Yep, sure did.
Those videos are still up. Any advice for pricing items aside from the research? What others are charging? I see items similar going for $10 to $100, and I can't grasp what to charge. I'm not worried about making an hourly rate.
Charge in the top 10% of your industry. Look at your competitors, look at the top 10%, and charge in that top 10%. You don't want to be competing in pricing. Compete in branding, compete in quality, compete in customer service, compete in packaging, compete in the quality of your photos, but do not compete in your pricing.
You're the only Etsy channel I trust. A few months ago, I took advice from another YouTuber and absolutely butchered my SEO. No sales for weeks. Saw your grades video, and sales are steady again now.
Yeah, here's the thing, guys. Nobody, aside from me and Pam Duthie, we're the only YouTubers who work for eRank. And I think that when it comes like from the horse's mouth, it's more valuable. And most of the things that I learned working with eRank and working alongside Anthony Wolf. And, you know, if something is my own experience, I will point it out and let you guys know that this is my experience. So hopefully you guys can take all the things that we say and compile your own experiences.
As a new shop, where do I get free keyword information for my jewelry shop? I don't know. Maybe erank.com.
eRank, we make it sound like we
not affiliated with, but employees of.
No, we're affiliated with.
He doesn't pay us to recommend to you. That is what I mean by that.
Yeah, we don't get paid to recommend it. But eRank does have a free membership, and you're going to want to use the keyword tool and the keyword explorer to find some high-performing keywords.
Is it a good idea to advertise on Facebook and Google? Facebook, yes. Google, not so much.
Google, I mean, you could. It just depends on your product, how saturated it is, cost per click.
Right now, unless you do optimization to fight off bots from Google, and because Etsy doesn't have the ability for you to edit back-end code, bots are going to eat up your Google ad revenue. I can guarantee that. There are tons of videos up right now when I was doing research for eRank where bots are a serious problem. So there are ways to kind of optimize things to avoid that. It won't hurt. I just wouldn't spend a lot of money on it. I would put, if you're going to, test it.
Be careful and test it. That's always our advice with everything. We are not the knowers of all. And there are scenarios based on products where things that we say are, subjective. So test it for yourself and be careful.
The long titles. Thank you for the clarification. My quote-unquote Etsy coach advised me to change them. I did. Mistake. Yeah.
Does your Etsy coach have a successful Etsy shop? That's always my first question about Etsy coaches, because most Etsy coaches aren't also Etsy sellers, or they closed their shop down a long time ago, or they're not a successful Etsy seller.
And we really mean that, because we legitimately barely have time to run her Etsy shop, and the only reason we still do is to maintain the credibility with you guys and with new people that come in. Right,
and to know what the heck is going on when Etsy makes changes so we can experience it firsthand.
Don't get me wrong, the extra money from the Etsy shop is great, but it's not worth the effort on top of having to manage HA. And now also having both of us working for eRank. Like, we would technically have 3 jobs for both, each of us.
And we homeschool.
And we homeschool our kid.
That's why we look dying. And it's always great when people leave in the comments. They're like, you guys look really tired. You guys shouldn't stream on days when you look tired. This is just our faces now.
Yeah, we're just tired.
We're just tired. We can either be here tired or not at all. And I think you guys would prefer we be here tired.
Welcome to the grind.
The grind.
Or the shit, as we call it in the military. No, it's not a bad word because it's a literal reference.
It's what you guys called it in the military?
The shit? Yeah.
Really?
Deploying? Yeah, that was what we called it.
Oh, well, you guys learned something new about the military.
Yeah.
HOK Discord.
Cough couch.
Cough couch.
feel like that's like a different kind of couch, but for COVID.
The cough couch. Everyone who has COVID, go sit on the cough couch.
That's not what I meant, but some people will get my reference in here. Is using one-word tags really bad if you just want to get the listing visible first and then use long-tail keywords for more specific buyers?
Here's the thing. Don't use one-word tags when you can... Tags get mixed and matched. You can put more than one word into a tag, and Etsy's going to mix and match all those words. So it doesn't... There's no reason to not add another word in there, even if it's just one to experiment with. Just try. You could do... If you're selling a blue and silver gemstone necklace, you could put blue, silver, gemstone necklace for mom. You can put these words together. If you can get more than one word into a tag, it doesn't have to make sense. Etsy's going to mix and match all those words.
What do you guys think about Marmalade? Which one do you prefer, E-Rank or Marmalade? Which one do we work for?
Which one have I been using for 4 years, even before I worked for them?
Yeah, that actually sounds really crappy when I say that. That's... E-Rank's been around a long time, so is Marmalade. And we've had issues with Marmalade in the past that we're not going to discuss.
Yeah, we had some alphas who had a bad experience.
But we have worked with E-Rank significantly longer than he is paid, either of us, to work for E-Rank, before he even knew who we were. So we say that as unbiased as possible.
Alphas prefer E-Rank. It is recommended by Etsy in their integrations. Anthony is a fantastic guy.
Anthony's wonderful. We've met with him in person, sat down and had drinks. The dude's a great guy. He's
like the least angry. He will do anything to bend over backwards to make people happy.
Even his employees. He does as much as he can for his employees and his customers. Yeah. And if something is broke, he's not going to sit and say, oh, no, no. He will admit that something is broken. He will fix it.
Yeah, he's he's been up all night the last few nights just working with our...
He is legitimately probably one of the hardest working people I've ever known. We love you, Anthony.
We love you, Anthony.
Sorry for repeating my questions. It's totes fine. Crappy Crafter said, did you make the necklace you're wearing? I can't see it because the title, Friday Bean. No, I got that for her for our anniversary.
It's if you guys go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Starla, the letter K, and more. But I've got a good picture of it. Mark got it for me. It's got a
it's got a sapphire and a cut piece of moldavite. And then there is an actual piece of meteorite in there. The majority of it is meteorite that you can see.
He gave it to me on our anniversary under the stars while we were in the mountains.
Because I'm cute.
He's so sweet. Isn't he the sweetest?
Does the videos help in getting more sales? What videos?
The listing videos, you mean?
Yeah.
You're giving your customer an additional view of your product. Here's the thing, it's not going to hurt. If Etsy gives you an opportunity to add something to your shop, take advantage of that. It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
Make sure that you're adding it into your listings if possible, because anything extra that Etsy gives us to customize, to add pictures, to brand, those are opportunities to build an impression. So the answer is, it's never going to hurt you to add listing videos.
Thank you guys so much. We'll be sending everyone to you. Aww. Since I get asked a lot about SEO, and I'm like, I don't know.
I've got some shorter edited SEO videos.
We do, and we're going to be updating stuff here soon too.
Yeah, I'm going to do some more SEO videos very soon, but I've got some that are edited if they don't want to watch the long Friday Beans.
I'm curious why there's no reference to Google Analytics and that data.
What?
In reference to what, Alexandra?
Google Analytics for...
Because Google Analytics for Etsy really isn't going to do a whole lot for you.
I mean,
Not to mention, they're not going to give you back-end data in order to really give you something that's useful with Google Analytics. So...
Yeah, you can use it. It's just...
It's not going to help you much. What's your opinion about off-site ads?
I don't use them. You can try them.
Unless you're talking about like advertising on your Facebook and Instagram.
They mean their new offsite ads that Etsy has.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, try them. I don't have an opinion. Some sellers say they work. Some sellers say that they don't. A lot of it, I think, equates out to the quality of the photos and the seller's individual products. It really just depends. It's something that's going to be different per seller. So try it, test it. Don't invest too much money in it when you're testing it. And if they don't work, turn them off.
NA, you asked that question like 4 times. We answered that question like the first time you asked it. So go back and watch.
Please don't repeat your questions in the chat.
Crappy Crafter said, did you have to spray tan Mark orange? No, I never made it to that point. I got injured. I have degenerative disc disease and hurt myself so bad that I literally stood up after lifting weights and then passed out and slammed my face into a wall. So from that point on, I couldn't walk for about 3 months, and that pretty much screwed my entire... Follow me. What is my...
Big underscore Mark M. There are some old pictures of Mark from when he was in his competition prep. Mm-hmm. If you want to see some... He's been posting more often on Instagram.
Mostly just my cat.
But if you want to see some big, muscly, skinny pictures of Mark...
Yeah, I used to be skinny and much larger than I am right now.
That's why it's Big Mark.
It's Big Mark.
Big Mark M.
I did have to have her help shave, though, because I'd shave everywhere.
He couldn't reach his back.
No, I couldn't.
Too big.
I still can't.
Big muscle.
I still can't reach my back. What do you think about competitors buying from your shop? One bought from me recently and was hesitant to ship the order out. Her favorites were of jewelry supplies that were identical to what I sell.
She bought your product. I mean...
she gave you the money. I mean, if they're buying something from you and reselling it, that's not so cool. I don't even think they're allowed to do that. I don't think they're allowed to resell stuff on Etsy.
No.
If they're an actual threat to you as a shop, I would contact Etsy about that. Like if they're buying something from you for the sake of
like being malicious.
Like if they're going to resell it or if they're going to break it down for supplies, something like that.
Leave a negative, buy to leave a negative review. But,
yeah.
I've bought from competitors of mine just because I liked their take on the things that I make. I liked the uniqueness in their style of similar keys. I've had key crafters who have made me keys. I'm not the only person who makes keys. So every once in a while I see someone who makes a really cool key, and though some of the supplies are the same ones that I use, they used them in a different way, and I wanted to support them. So don't always assume that it's malicious intent. It might not be, or maybe they just want to see how you package your product.
Pasta Coke, I feel personally attacked, Mark, but Coke Zero is okay, right? There's no calories in Coke Zero.
There's no calories. There is
you should still kind of watch out because artificial sweeteners do have an effect, and there are so many arguments against this. I literally went to school for this, so I don't care what they say. I am on the side of science. Artificial sweeteners will affect your
insulin. Because it's processed
your
the
insulin
same.
Response because your body can't tell the difference between sweet real and sweet fake. Most artificial sweeteners are tens of thousands of times sweeter than sugar per gram or whatever. So it's best if you're going to drink pop to not drink it while you eat. Artificial sweeteners have a tendency to make your body respond in a way that it thinks that it needs more calories. So if you drink, even technically, if you drink normal Coke, it'll do the same thing. But if you drink artificial sweeteners, your body will say, eat more, eat more, eat more. It's kind of like a fullness suppressant. So if you're drinking something like water or unsweetened drinks, you'll be less likely to overeat. So try to stick to water. If you can, don't drink anything while you eat. That's best case scenario because liquids obviously will help your body break things down. If you remember way back in the day, or I've heard from way back in the day, a lot of people weren't even allowed to have a glass of anything at the dinner table. And there's a reason for that. So there you go. A little bit of science fact for you there.
Water.
Drink water or preferably nothing at all while you eat. You'll feel full faster and be wanting to get a drink, and then you'll stop eating. I love how you call fizzy drinks pop. That's what I used to call it when I was younger. That's what it's called.
Yeah, in Ohio, it's just pop. There's
no reason to call it soda.
Yeah.
There's no reference to anything in the drink. Anyway, Is it common for listings to get bumped from the first page to the second? Do listings tend to stay on the first page of a 500+ K keyword?
No, they're going to move. This isn't a permanent placement. You're competing with lots of other sellers, so they're constantly gonna move. It's just maintaining a close position to the top is what you want to try to do.
My husband stopped drinking pop, lost a ton of weight. I'm telling you, if you just switch from standard pop, standard soda to diet soda, if you're the kind of person that's drinking like a 12-pack every other day, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to lose weight. If you don't, you should probably see a doctor because there's something else going on.
Yeah. Any good recommendations for inventory control? I don't use any inventory products. I don't have like that much that's going into my shop. So that's probably not a good question for me. However, if any alphas want to post in the chat, feel free to give some recommendations there.
Is it smart to have a separate website for another income stream? It's not smart or bad. It's personal preference.
Yep, doesn't matter.
If you're still to the point where you're getting used to running an Etsy shop, I can tell you that running your own website is probably going to be out of your league. And that's not to say that you're not intelligent. It's just that you're not experienced enough. Creating your own website, especially if you're creating your website on a more difficult builder that's going to get you more visibility, because a lot of those website builders will not get you very good visibility.
And stuff.
Yeah, those places aren't going to get you very good visibility unless you've already got an audience built up through your social media, through an email list, that kind of stuff that you can direct to that. You're going to have a hard time.
Yeah, Shopify would be your best bet, honestly. If you just need to throw something together and you don't want to invest like a lot of money into it, you could throw something together real quick with Shopify if you needed to.
Hashtag well ballooned.
Well ballooned.
That's from our Alphas After Dark stream.
Alphas After Dark.
That was fun. I spent most of lockdown binge watching your SEO videos. Now we're in lockdown again in the UK. I've been binge watching your Black Friday videos.
We will keep making them.
Yeah. I also highly recommend Tim and Eric. Awesome show. Great job. Especially the Christmas special. She hates it.
I hate it.
Let me know if you like Tim and Eric. Just shoot me a comment here. Let me know if you like it. I love it.
I hate it. I hate it so much, guys.
The lockdown was horrible for weight. Totally created bad food habits. Yeah, that's what everybody says, but if you have a floor, you can do push-ups.
Do some push-ups. Do a little couple push-ups.
Etsy's been suggesting that my descriptions are too long. I just say what it is and how big they are.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's not. Put your most important information at the top. It's fine. Don't worry about it. My descriptions have always said that they're too long.
I have digital print shop. What's your best tip for making sure my shop is ready for Black Friday as a digital seller?
Same tips that we give for every other category. Make sure you got great thumbnails. Make sure that you have your any information that they need to know within their 10 listing photos. Don't distract me. Make sure that
spaghetti.
Make sure that you're doing any advertising that you plan to do on social media. It's the same advice that we've been giving. It's the same.
The only difference is you don't have to get a whole
dispatch time.
You don't have to have a dispatch time or have a whole bunch of packing materials set up and ready.
Make it fun.
Ariella. So I make all my jewelry, so now I see that making one-of-a-kind items is not so smart because I work so hard to create good SEO for one listing.
Yeah, well, that product can't sell over and over again and can't build a listing quality score. It's not that it's not smart to create one-of-a-kind products. You just shouldn't only create one-of-a-kind products if possible. Unless you have a large audience where you're actually funneling the traffic directly to your shop, it's really hard to build good SEO and build good listing quality scores, or a good customer and market experience score with only one-of-a-kind products. So,
semi-serious question. How do I explain to my 15-month-old that she needs to let me work to get ready for Black Friday?
Give her a job. That's what I always did with Taylor. Give her her own special job, and it can be something silly. It can be, bust out some like weird toy that she can only have, or he or she can only have, during that particular time when you're working. And their job is to use that toy or play with that toy, or maybe it's like a puzzle type toy. Just get yourself a work toy that they can only have while you're working, and expect to take breaks. Even if you're just working 5 minutes, checking on child, working 5 minutes, checking on child. That was my life.
Mm-hmm. Semi-serious question. Oh, never mind. I just read that. You can tell I'm dying.
This is just my face now.
Yep, this is just my face now. Made the mistake of changing my top-selling items title keywords. Now it never sells. We'll always do an A/B test from now on. Yep.
Absolutely.
You can apply that to everything in life.
I missed what you're doing for eRank.
I am eRank's new data analyst.
He's looking at data.
I'm looking at data.
Boring.
I'm making the website easier for you people to use. All of you. That is my end job. I figure out what you guys are doing and what you're doing wrong, and I figure out, hopefully, how to make it not that way, and then I tell her, and then she tells some people, and I tell Anthony some stuff, and they change it, and then it gets easier to use.
Yeah, if everybody's clicking on the wrong thing, and they should be clicking on this thing, and they're accidentally clicking on this thing when they meant to be doing this thing, then that means that we've
Or if you're doing things over and over and over again that you shouldn't be doing, or that are just wasting your time, try to make it where you can't do that.
Yeah. Boring stuff, guys.
Henry, I used both and found Marmalade was harder to get the information I wanted, and I believe Marmalade stopped their free version.
They've never had a free version.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever had one. In my experience, selling art on Etsy, less seems to be more. I used to have lots of photos in my listings, but didn't make any sales until I removed a lot of them. Don't know why. Sensory overload. You're giving people too much crap to look at.
Yeah, you might want to just... It might just be too many products.
Yeah.
That might be the issue. It's just too much.
Has anyone noticed a drop in search today? Might be the elections. Yeah, that's actually something that I wanted to bring up. We're not going to talk about politics. However, just understand that if your results have dropped over the last couple days, people are bunkering down and scared,
Trying to save money.
Trying to save money. So it'll come back. Give it like a week or two for the craziness to all die down, and it'll all come back to normal.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Etsy auto-enroll me in off-site ads and said that I can't leave now that I hit the rank to get a discount for the ads. Is that true, or can I turn them off somehow?
Wait, what? I'm confused about that.
They were auto-enrolled in off-site ads, and they're not able to leave.
Do you make over $10,000 a year, Erica? Because you can't opt out of Etsy ads if you make over $10,000 a year, but you should be able to opt out of them if you've been auto-opted into them. Feel free to clarify.
They asked me how I made my products before purchasing from me.
I would... Oh, for the competitor who bought your product? I wouldn't ship that order if they asked how you
I would probably refund it.
I would, yeah.
If you know for a fact that it's a competitor.
Yeah, I would cancel and refund if they asked how you make them.
I buy from other sign shops. Some people truly believe in community over competition. Yep. I'm sorry to say you're now stuck with outside ads forever. No way to get out of it once you pass the 10K threshold.
Yeah. If you're over 10K, then
it's
you're
probably
stuck.
not doing enough damage to really hurt your overall goals. Never knew that about artificial sweeteners. This chat's always so interesting. I know we talk about the most random crap on top of it. It's not all just about selling. You can't sell well if you're like 500 pounds or dead, right? So like,
right, if you
it
feel
all kind of
bad,
plays in.
If you feel sick, if you feel mopey, if you feel gross. I know that when I was 188 pounds at my biggest, I was so tired all the time. I was always tired, and I'm only 5'2", so 188 pounds. I was pretty plump. I was so tired. It wasn't even a goal to like look good. I didn't really care about that. Mark didn't care about that. I just felt bad. I felt bad all the time. So, and I don't eat good. Like right now, I do not eat good, but I try to monitor just my calorie intake, even if I eat a meal that's bad.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not like the healthiest dude ever. I've still got plenty of weight to lose, but at the same time,
I've like 40 pounds.
Like 25.
Oh, 25.
But I mean, that's a lot. And I go through phases where I can't work out for long periods of time. So I'll work out for like 6 to 8 weeks, and then my body just has to rest because I have a bad back. I have one of the decline tables for stretching out your back. I do everything that I possibly can to stay healthy, but my body just can't do stuff for long periods of time. You should do a healthy channel. I love knowing the science behind everything. There are so many out there, and it's hate. Like, it's an extremely toxic community. The one thing I will say, because there's quite a few more things on here. Husband was addicted to drinking milk. He stopped drinking and started working out. We had a couple people talk about calories in, calories out. Last thing I'll really say on the subject is that it is calories in versus calories out. Anyone that says otherwise either is ignoring the science because there are free case studies that you can read, or they're going to try to sell you something.
Yeah.
That most of the time they're going to try to sell you something. Yes, keto works for short periods of time. It's also incredibly toxic on your liver or anything over, like, I think it's 6 weeks. So
unless your doctor has told you, because there are doctors who recommend it in certain cases, and that's one of the arguments that we've gotten.
yes, some people are very sensitive to certain things.
We did keto for
the
months.
Goal is, the thing that most people are confused about, some people respond well to carbohydrates. Some people respond well to fats. Some people have a negative response to high amounts of protein. You have to figure out what works for you. One particular diet that works for somebody will not work for somebody else. There are more than just 3 different body types. The 3 initial body types, mesomorph and all that crap, those are like the initial guidelines, but then you have to figure out like what within that category works for you. So I'll leave that at that. There's tons of stuff out there. There's tons of case studies you can read. There's tons of real science out there. Don't read opinion stuff. Come up with a conclusion on your own. That's important.
We love you guys. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Even bigger bodies can still be healthy as long as you're eating well. Take care of yourself. We want you to feel good.
All right, we're going to power slam through the last few
Let's
questions
do it.
here.
We're doing it.
I like trunk inventory for multi-channel inventory controls. It's basic, but it does the job. All
Trunk
right.
inventory.
That's number 1 tip. I never drink soda. Calories in it. Yeah. In Pittsburgh, we call it pop.
Yeah, you're close.
Because that's what it's called.
Pop.
I don't call it soda. I'm from the UK, but I just love how you live in America and still call it pop. Made me smile. And then crooked winch. It's spaghetti. I'm going to make a gif of Starla doing her push-up dance. Okay.
Push-up dance?
You probably danced when we talked about
Oh,
push-ups.
did I do this?
Do descriptions have to be sentences, or can they just be keywords? Your description should be a description.
Yeah, don't put... Etsy's not reading your descriptions. You don't need to put keywords in your descriptions. Don't keyword optimize your descriptions. People are reading those to learn more about your product. If they go in and it's just a keyword stuff description, they're not going to find the information about the product that they need to know. So don't keyword stuff your descriptions.
Marina said, Mark, this one's for you. Why does eRank not do a true refresh? When you refresh, they seem to only twice a day.
What? When you refresh data?
When you refresh data, I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Anthony, but if you're not seeing a change in your data when you hit refresh, it's because there hasn't been a change to your data. Also,
or it's a bug.
There could be some, well, no, there could be some kind of truth to that. Not necessarily twice a day. There could be time frames, because eRank works off of an API. And that API reports data back, I'm assuming, in intervals. So there may be a chance that it's not just a live feed from Etsy all the time. So it might take like 10 minutes or something for a change in the shop to reflect. And we've seen this working on eRank, where hitting refresh didn't necessarily, I forget what tool we were using. But anyway, it's probably not twice a day. It's probably an interval-based thing, and it's probably a lot more frequent than you're thinking. I'll talk to Anthony. I actually have a meeting with him in a couple hours, so I'll talk to him and ask him some more specifics. But it's probably not twice a day.
Yeah, and if you guys end up if you notice anything weird with eRank, there's a little blue feedback button in the bottom right corner, and that's not going to some strange, like, customer support team and, wherever. That's going to Irina, Pam Duthie, and Debbie. You probably already know those 3 already. They're in the eRank Facebook group. They talk nonstop helping sellers. They're amazing ladies. They're gonna be the ones who see that message, and they're gonna help you. So
she followed up. That's what I meant. Not twice a day, but in time increments. If it is done in time increments, again, I'm gonna ask Anthony when I meet with him later. That's not anything eRank has control over. It's going to be based on what the Etsy API allows him to do.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, like, if it were a live feed from Etsy constantly, the website would be insanely slow, because it's constantly communicating with all these different URLs for Etsy shops and Etsy's API directly. And I know some of the things on eRank take a little bit of time to load. That's literally why. It's doing so much crap at the same time that it slows it down. Anyway, Luminaria, what's a good amount of listings to start with for a new shop? There really isn't, but if you're doing a launch, 10.
Yeah, I like to see for a new shop. I like to see a nice full first page of Etsy. Start with 10 listings, and then do another collection launch a couple months later, and maybe do another 10 listings. I like to see a nice full first page on Etsy from a storefront, but I don't think that there's a magic number.
Do you have any advice on using Pinterest for Etsy, or do you only offer advice on Etsy and eRank?
I have a very successful Pinterest account, and I don't know how it became very successful. So one thing I'll say is, just like any other search engine, Pinterest is also a search engine, and you can keyword optimize it. And thankfully, eRank has Pinterest data, so you can keyword optimize your pins. With eRank, check for keyword searches for Pinterest and try to optimize your pins.
I would also say, after doing a lot of stuff with Google Analytics and learning a lot of stuff with Google Analytics for Anthony at eRank, you can do a sort of keyword tracking with Google Analytics with UTM codes, is what they're called, UTM. Do a little bit of research on that. If you have your own website, you can start doing traffic tracking for your Pinterest posts specifically, and you can see what kind of content works, what kind of content directs people to your shops and things like that. I will not be offering advice on that because it is complicated. So if you're up to the challenge and you think you can handle doing a little bit more advanced code stuff, not necessarily code, but URL, HTML style stuff, give it a shot. How long should we give ads a chance before we turn them off? 60 to 90 days, unless they're just absolutely draining every time you put money into it.
Until it hurts.
Until it hurts.
Until it hurts. If it starts to hurt, then turn them off.
Worried about shipping delays. Everyone is.
Yep, we have a video. I have a video about tracking your packages using eRank's delivery status report that published yesterday morning. So it is the very next video on my channel. And then I have another one talking about shipping delays and deadlines. And it's a little picture of me inside of a package with my hands up in the air. So I would watch both of those videos.
You can't sell if your 500 pounds are dead, Mark. Yep.
Mark 2020.
Stay safe, guys. Watching some of your older videos and working at Etsy shop to get better and better, and you guys are helping, so thanks for that.
You are so very welcome.
Do you have any tips on how to get more visitors, sales for a new shop without any good reviews yet? Yep, market.
Keep marketing. Market. Give yourself time to actually, I mean, if you're brand new, it's like you've only been listed for a few days. It takes a while. So
there are no quick fixes.
Yep. You should be working all the time, though. There is always something to do when it comes to growing your Etsy shop. So if you have got your whole shop set up and you think that you're done and you're just sitting around twiddling your thumbs, you're wasting valuable time that you could be using to research and improve. So
sending SSAR to my recent orders while listening.
Yes.
Dope. Love you too. Any advice on burnout and anxiety, especially regarding a small handmade business at holiday time?
I think I have a video called How to Avoid Business Burnout and Anxiety.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
Yeah, check out some of my burnout and anxiety videos. Mark and I have anxiety. We have actual anxiety, and we have lots of burnout. So we've got a couple videos on that.
I don't have normal anxiety. I have an actual anxiety disorder, but yeah. Mine's not just like, oh, my life sucks, I'm anxious. I have change anxiety disorder. I don't like change. And I can't help it.
He likes large bills but not change.
Yes. What is the best way to find t-shirt niches that are the best sellers?
eRank.
eRank.
Check for keywords. If something is trending, it's going to trend on a t-shirt. If you see that sloths are trendy and all the, you're seeing sloths everywhere on all the decor and things, sloths are probably trending in general. So I know that mermaids have been trending for a while, and little unicorn creatures and things, those are all trending. And obviously if you don't make cute little things, then none of this will be good for your shop. But that's why it's a hard question, because we don't know exactly what your niche is. I would just do a little bit of keyword research and see, what themes are trending. I would check eRank's Trend Buzz report, because that will show you the top 100 searches per category on Etsy. And that is up to the last 15 months.
Is it better to deactivate a sold out listing or leave it as sold old? I don't really know what you mean.
Sold out.
Sold out.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
If you're going to be continually selling it, it's better to use the
to renew it. But if it's just totally sold out, then
leave it sold out.
Leave it sold out.
We call it Pop 2. Children usually call it Fizzy Pop. Well, you guys also call biscuits the wrong thing, so it's fine.
Did they answer my question?
Yeah, we did.
I think
That's
so.
not. Is it better to do big drops versus posting new listings regularly?
I do collection launches. Other sellers do small drops. It really just depends on how you want to market. I find it easier to launch a 10-piece collection, market that 10-piece collection, and just spend my time marketing while I'm creating new products rather than just saying, hey, I made a new thing. Hey, I made a new thing. Hey guys, I made a new thing. Like, it makes it way harder to market. If you just launch 10 products and then market for 4 to 6 weeks and actually squeeze all the juice out of all those products, it tends to make things a little bit easier for me personally. So it's up to you. There's no better way to do it. I just prefer collection launches if you're planning on building an audience of repeat buyers.
Is there a good way to automate responses to Starless customer service emails? The SSAR swipe files? No.
Yes, kind of.
To automate the swipe files?
You can't automate them.
I wouldn't do that in general.
Will you hold on?
No, we disagree on this.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Well, it's wrong. So.
Go save them into your Etsy snippets. You can't set them to auto-respond. You will have to go send them, but you can save them into your snippets so you don't have to copy and paste them every time. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's tired. You guys can just ignore him.
Does Handmade Alpha class that is enrolling soon cover some of this SEO, Google Analytics, Pinterest?
It is an Etsy course, guys.
It is an Etsy course. It does cover Etsy SEO.
Yeah, so Handmade Alpha Academy covers, first of all, business mindsets. And then second, it covers defining your target market. That way you can appeal to a very specific type of customer and create high converting customers. Then we talk about building a brand catered to that type of customer, catering your branding, making sure that your branding looks professional and building the feelings around your brand. Then we talk about photographing your products, editing your photos, making sure that everything is ready for your products. Product line planning. We do, building a email list and beginning to build a social media following, and your marketing calendar, marketing strategy, when you should market, what to market, and when to market it. So basically the exact timeline that you should follow. Then we talk about getting your shop set up professionally, making sure that everything is in ship shape. Then we have a huge section on SEO with eRank. We also provide you with 12 free months of eRank Pro, which is a $120 value.
We pay that out of pocket. It's not just something that Anthony says they can have it free. We, in fact, he sends an invoice for the exact amount, and we pay it. It is taxed and everything. That's not just a freebie. It's a freebie for you.
We teach you great ways to package, inserts to add, the psychology behind it all, and the psychologically pleasing things that you can add into your packages. And then we talk about holding a viral product launch, so how to launch your products with power, how to ship those products afterwards, and the things to include and the messages to send, and how to build good customer experiences. We teach you how to reach out to influencers, bloggers, YouTubers to feature your product. We talk about hosting a viral giveaway to build your audience. We talk about starting a Facebook group and how to build engagement for that Facebook group. And then we kind of talk a little bit about social media platforms, the primary demographics of those platforms, and then we allow you to choose the 3 primary ones that you want to market with, and we talk about the content that performs best on them. So this is a massive course.
And we have a bunch of bonuses too.
Yeah. So this is like I think last we counted it was 16 hours. And it is all pre-recorded videos. You just go in, you watch them whenever you want to. If you enroll December 1st, but you can't start until January, that's totally fine. You can start at any time. We have a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. So if you get in and you're not happy, we do not care why you need to refund. We will refund you.
Yep. No questions asked.
And we've got over 500 amazing, successful students.
And as of our last launch, we have PayPal accessibility too. So for those of you that want to pay using PayPal instead of giving your credit card to a stranger,
we don't
use PayPal.
We don't see your credit card, though.
Yeah, no, I can't see any of your credit card. I can see the last 4 digits.
Yeah.
For legal reasons.
Yep, we can't see any of your information. So it's opening December 1st,
and it closes December 10th.
Yeah, it's going to be lots of fun.
Are we going to do December 9th at midnight or December 10th at midnight?
December 10th at midnight.
December 10th at midnight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Yep, and you guys, if you're on my email list or if you've signed up for any of the freebies that are listed down below, you will get a massive discount. And we have a payment plan.
And for you procrastinators, I shut the cart off at midnight. So don't message me at 4 o'clock in the frickin' morning saying that you were trying to check out, because you're a liar. We say this every time, and it happens every time. You're a liar. If you're going to set an alarm on your phone to warn you because you wanted to buy HAA, do it for the day before. No. The cat's screaming. My shop has only been open for 2 months selling digital products. I know I should be niching down, but I was wondering if I could include different digital products just to experiment.
You can do anything. You can do anything. It is totally up to you. Experiment away. I don't think it's going to hurt you all that much. Having a defined niche is important. That's like one of the main things that we talk about in Handmade Alpha Academy. Any HAA students in the comments will tell you how important niching down and having a defined target market is. But when you're new and you're experimenting and you don't really have a defined target market yet, experiment. That's the only way to find it out.
Do it for science.
Yes, Teresa.
Have you done any marketing specific videos?
Yep.
Like a crap load.
So many.
Take a look through the channel. I'm terrible at marketing. Most people are when they start.
Let's see.
Is it okay to change some titles and keywords now before Black Friday or Christmas, or is it better to create a new listing and get a little boost?
I would create a new listing. We've kind of talked about that already. I wouldn't go changing your tags and titles of any listings that are selling well, because you can pull one of your 4 table legs out from under you and collapse the whole listing.
Crappy Crafter said, it covers everything besides how to do your taxes, but 100 likes and Mark could do your taxes. I will not do your taxes. I don't like doing my taxes.
Yeah, we don't cover taxes because a tax professional should do your taxes.
I make molds and there's a market for 18 plus body part molds.
Ooh.
Would it be better to make a new shop for these items or adding them to my current shop? It depends on what your current shop does.
Molds. She makes molds.
Yeah, but what kind of molds does she make currently? Because if she's making like molds for children's toys, you probably don't want to do 18 plus body part molds in the same shop.
Censor the thumbnail. I don't see a problem with it. You specialize in
Your
molds.
choice, yo.
Not totally up to you.
Totally up to you. And that, holy crap, is the end. That was a long stream, lots of questions. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure you click the little bell icon to get a notification every time we go live, every time we upload a video. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you didn't like it. And, like, drink some water. I know somebody got mad the last time I forgot to mention that in the Friday Bean, so drink some water.
Drink some water.
And call
guys.
somebody that loves you.
Oh, wait.
Because especially right now, they're probably stressed out.
Yeah, give them some love. Also, guys, Black Friday Toolbox is down below. There are so many freebies. I sat and photographed and then hand cut out a ton of different marketing graphics that you can use to just stick right on your marketing photos. And there's even a training video that goes with them so you know how to use them. Well, I've got a Black Friday checklist that's going to show you exactly what you need to do to set up your Black Friday sale and when to do it. I've got 30 different marketing phrases that you can use in your Black Friday marketing if you're stuck for words and don't know how to get people to check out your product. I've got a marketing calendar to show you what the great, what the best, bestest, greatest, goodest, hugest marketing days are for the year. I've got a couple different Black Friday videos and an invitation to our Black Friday Lifeline where we're going to be hanging out for a long frickin' time live answering your Black Friday questions at the last minute so we can make sure that you're all ready for Etsy's big sale day. So all that is free down below. You only have to sign up once and then you get all of those goodies. So
we love you guys.
We love you guys.
And we will see you next Friday.
Yep. But there will be more videos in the meantime, right?
I don't know. Depends on how lazy I am.
He edits all the videos.
I edit all the videos.
So he's going to edit some videos for you guys.
Maybe.
We love you. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
I can't see it. I can't see the button.
And right there.
There it is.
Bye.
Bye.